And I need you to lead me. We're so easily misled and confused and need help to find our way in life. We're so unable to know the future that we really need daily guidance. And God says, I'm up here. I see it all. I see the end from the beginning. Come on. Can I guide you through today? The Lord's Prayer, Jesus said on our spiritual checklist, we wake up feeling weak and helpless and focus on who our Father is, and that focus, we worship Him and we're encouraged. Then we check in and say, I know you bought me, I want you to control me. Now, in all the little sequences, the events of life, I need your daily guidance. I get so distracted. I get so off course. Lead me. I need you to supply me. We're so temporary. By the way, this funeral reminds me of stuff. I recently did an amazing funeral. The person died, and they said, would you help us at the service? I said, yeah. They said, we're having a private time afterward. I said, I'd love to help. They handed me the urn. I said, so I'll carry it? They said, yeah. So we got there. They handed me Dixie cups. Urn, cremated urn, Dixie cups. I said, now what? They said, you scoop up the ashes and give out everybody here because they're going to sprinkle them around. I said, I'm going to scoop. Yeah, they said, yeah, you're in charge. So I set down this urn, and I opened it up, and it was a 1-quart Ziploc. Grandma fit in a 1-quart Ziploc. So I pulled out my Ziploc, and immediately I thought, that's an entire human. It doesn't even fill a Ziploc. Next time you're doing putting the leftovers in there, think you and I don't even fit in one Ziploc bag. And so here I am with my Dixie cups, and I'm counting how many people, and each person is getting less of Grandma in their cup because I want to make it to the end of the group. And they walked all around sprinkling the ashes all over the place. Because we are so temporary, we're all going to go to dust, either rapidly through cremation or slowly through natural causes. We are so frail. We're so insufficient. We can't even last very long without resting. We're not self-existent. That's how God made us. It's intentional. So we need His supply. Now, lest you think ill of the person that made me Dixie cup Grandma. Do you know why they did that? She gave everything in her estate before she died. And this was 10 years ago, and it wasn't here. So you're all thinking, who did I pass out in a Dixie cup? You thought it was your aunt. No, this is out of state. She bought a youth camp. And she told her family, we invested all of our treasures. And it says, for where your treasures, your heart will be also, and I want my ashes there too. And so all the people that knew she had invested and purchased with her entire, they didn't pass it on to their kids. They just spent it all for the Lord. And the kids and all the friends were sprinkling Grandma all over the camp. And I thought, isn't that, they'll never forget when they can't buy a new boat with that $50,000 Grandma gave them, that Grandma spent it all for the Lord and poured out her life like they poured out her ashes. But all that is just to tell you, we're very temporary. We're not even fitting in a Ziploc, okay?